All right, guys, here we go. So, you can kind of ignore this first part. These are just notes. So I've separated this into two different sections, right? We've got PvP gear, we've got PvE gear, and then we've got a general all class gearing progression guide. Okay. Now, again, let me just reiterate this one more time. This is from one known player who, in the KR version, who's considered a top player, not like top 1, top 3, but like a respectable player. He's ranked inside the top 15. Good guy. Okay. And he gave me his opinion on what he thinks is the BIS effects for each piece. Now, to be fair, he also did this at the top of his head. With closed beta coming out tomorrow, you know, I haven't had personally, I have not have had the chance to really double check these effects and all that stuff. Okay, so please excuse me if some of this stuff is off by a little bit, but it should just kind of give you an idea on what you should kind of go for. And we'll go from there. Okay, so this isn't, again, you might be someone that's experienced in this game and maybe you think these effects aren't BIS. Maybe you have a different opinion. Great. Let me just tell you, even the top players in BDO disagree with certain builds like evasion versus DR versus AP monkey builds and for certain classes, etc., 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 right? So like, let me just say that, you know, disclaimer here. I'm not claiming that this is my list personally that I came up with, and I'm not saying that this is absolutely BIS 100%, okay? But this is to kind of give you an idea, like personally for me, if I'm starting a new game, especially in CB, and I just want kind of a basic direction on where to go, it's good to have kind of a template from someone that's played the game and is experienced and is in the rankings, right? Like, from there, I'm sure I will make my adjustments that I want to, but this is to provide that, okay? So,
publish that doc?
With that said,
and nice work,
can you publish that doc? Yes. I'll actually upload this segment on YouTube for you guys, so you guys could refer back to this, okay? And again, like I'm not. Like if I was really gonna try hard, hey, I'm like trying to show you exactly what to do. I know this inside and out. This is what you need to follow. I know for the fact this is BIS, like I do with my fucking striker guides and BDO. Then I would actually take the time to edit it, make it look nice. But that's not what the case is. This is just to kind of throw something out there really quick to kind of give you guys a direction. I do appreciate all the follows, by the way, guys. So here we go. Okay, so the PvP gear that we have is this right here. This is 최대 공격력, which is I don't know how exactly this is going to be translated in English, but this is pretty much max attack damage, like maximum attack value. So if I look at this value right here, you see where it says sorry, let me pull this over. You see where it says 329? That value goes up, okay? That's the value that we're talking about, okay? 8 to 12% range at blue. At purple, it's 14 to 18%. So obviously when you roll these sets of gear, you get a random effect and then you get a random number value. So if you get this fucking skill, max attack, 18%, you better keep that fucking roll, okay? You better keep that roll. Okay, so with blue gear, obviously you only have one effect. So if you have that or cooldown reduction, 4 to 6%, that's good. Once you get your shit to purple and you have two effects, you want that max attack plus cooldown reduction, because you'll have two effects. And obviously 9%, 18% is what you're going for. Got it? So that's for your main hand and for your offhand. As far as the helmet goes, I was told that you want to go for crit damage 8 to 12%. And let me, again, I'm just going to say this literally in the middle of saying this. This guy gave me, even though he's an experienced player in the rankings, this guy gave it to me off the top of his head. So maybe some of these effects are swapped. Maybe the helmet is on the gloves, whatever. I'm just giving him the benefit of the doubt because he literally gave this to me off the top of his head. Okay, so just let's play fair here, okay? This isn't a step-by-step guide, in-depth guide. This is to give you guys an idea for closed beta and moving forward, kind of what to at least general direction, right? Okay, so helmet, crit damage 8 to 12%, back attack damage 4 to 6%, or reflect. Either one of these three are good. You got reflect, back attack damage, or crit damage, okay? You want crit damage as a priority, so once you go to purple, you want crit damage and either back attack or reflect, okay? Either one of these two. That's why it's written as or. You guys can read the text, right? If you guys blow it up. I mean, obviously, if you have low res and you're watching it on your phone, you might not be able to see it, but you guys can see it, right? I don't know if I can actually... Can I actually increase the size? I've never actually tried to increase the font size on... Zoom in. There we go. Let's zoom this in. That's a little better, right? That's a little better, right? Okay. So, next we have the chest and pants. These roll the same stats. Crit damage reduction, 14 to 18% is what you're looking for. And the secondary stat, you're going to go for reflect or critical hit reduction. Okay, so these values right here are universal for each. So like a 14 to 18% roll is going to be for purple. So obviously if you get this on blue, it's going to be 8 to 12%. So that's why I distinguish these two rolls here, blue and purple here, and then I stopped writing it, for some of these other ones, okay? So just so that you know. So I'm going to get to the questions at the end, so just hold on to the questions since I am going to be uploading this on YouTube. I'll get to the questions at the end, okay? Chest and pants. Chest and pants again, exactly what I just said. Boots, we're going for energy recovery 700 to 900. That's your dodge roll recovery rate, 700 to 900. And then the secondary stat that you want is either total energy, 1400 to 1800, or movement speed, 14 to 18%. So, little mention on this, because I asked him about movement speed versus total energy, and he said that total energy you can get from other sources, but movement speed in this game is not the easiest to come around. It's not the easiest to come around. So I was like, okay, great. That makes sense. So that's why he was saying movement speed you could take over total energy if you wanted to. All right, so that's for your PvP gear. Got it? Okay, so now for your PvE gear, we're going with, again, blue gear, blue gear, purple gear, all that stuff. Doesn't matter. I'll just delete that actually to make this less confusing. All right, so now we've got the PvE gear here. Main hand, offhand, same thing. This is max damage, 최대 공격, max damage, max attack, 8 to 12%. Or crit damage 4 to 6%, or magic damage 4 to 6%. Now, even a Slayer, okay, will be using magic damage 4 to 6%. Okay, so this isn't. I should have probably actually said this in the beginning, and in the video I'm gonna put this, but I did write it at the top. This is specifically to Slayer, so where this kind of comes in for other classes, I'll kind of explain at the end here. But just know that as of now, until I mention it towards the end, this is for Slayer. Okay, Slayers actually do magic damage. Slayers actually do magic damage, and so that's the reason why for PvE you either want max attack or crit damage or magic damage. Once you get to tier 2 purple and you can have 2 rolls, you want max damage definitely, and then the other 2 you'll either want crit damage or magic damage. Okay, either or. Your gloves, you're gonna go for max damage 14 to 18%, and then also min damage. Apparently there is min damage as well, so minimum damage for your gloves. Did I write gloves? I don't know if I actually wrote gloves here for PvP. Shit, I must have missed the gloves. No, gloves, yeah, it'll be the same max damage. Okay, so this will be the sorry, I didn't actually write it up here with the gloves with PvP, but max damage here, max damage, min damage, back attack. So this will be the same. Okay, max damage, minimum damage, or back attack, crit damage / crit rate. I can't remember exactly if he said. I think he said that the roll is back attack crit damage or back attack crit rate. I'm not sure. I'll have to double check that. But again, this is not supposed to be an in-depth perfect guide for you guys. It's just to give you guys direction on the stuff that I've learned since I've been learning the game myself, and I'm just merely sharing that information with you guys so you guys can make your own decisions based on yourself. So double check this when you guys get into the closed beta. I don't know if it's going to be just crit damage and crit rate, or if it's going to be back attack crit damage, crit rate. Definitely double check that, but that's what we have here. Okay, helmet, we want crit damage, and we want back attack damage or projectile damage. Okay, so apparently even for Slayer, there's some key skills, especially in PvE, that do projectile damage. If you're a mage, a gunner, projectile damage. Okay, definitely want to prioritize projectile damage if you're ranged as well. Chest and pants, we're going back attack and mana recovery, which is not for Slayer. This would be for other mana dependent classes, or back attack and projectile damage. Okay, back attack, projectile damage. Boots, we're going for energy recovery. Okay, and the other alternative to this is actually crit rate or crit damage. Crit rate or crit damage. Okay, not movement speed and total energy. So you'll definitely have two sets here if you really want to fully, min-max here. All right, so that's it for the PvE. I hope that gives you guys an idea on where to go. And I'm going to get through this section right here, and then we'll talk about other classes. All right, can you upload this file? I will actually put this file in the 1HP Discord. Links can be found in the description below, aka the panels below, or on YouTube, wherever you're finding this. I'll post this in the 1HP Discord for public viewing. All right, so all classes, gearing guide, progression. So I think this is really important because this is going to kind of give you an idea on what to prioritize when you're actually getting your shit. Okay, when it comes to PvP, okay, you're gonna have 4-piece PvP pieces, 4-piece PvP equipment pieces, and then 3 breakthrough pieces. Okay, you always want to break through your offhand first. Okay, just so you guys know, there's something called a breakthrough equipment in the game. Don't worry about it. I'm not going to sit here and tell you exactly what breakthrough is. Just know that at the earlier levels, you can only break through 1. So when you choose that 1, choose the offhand. Okay. It's going to be offhand. So in the game, and while you play the game, you'll learn, the differences between this gear. Okay, PvP, you buy with PvP currency or with honor. Could literally hit I right here, go to the seal of honor right here, and then you can get your PvP shit right here. Like the weapon is 1,000 honor, etc., etc. Okay, so you're going to want 4 pieces PvP, and then you're going to want 3 breakthrough. Okay, the breakthrough pieces that you'll have are offhand, chest, and pants. So if you're buying PvP pieces, don't buy the offhand, chest, or pants. Buy the other pieces. Okay, buy the other pieces. PvP honor. So that this is one option. This is one build that he was saying. Another build that you can do is PvP 2-piece. So 2 PvP pieces, 2 attack speed dungeon set pieces. So like there's a dungeon set that you can get where if you equip 2 pieces, you get a 10% attack speed bonus. You can go 2 PvE for the attack speed, 2 PvP, and then 3 breakthrough. Make sure the keynote here is that the main hand, this piece right here, is the PvE dungeon piece. Okay, so if you see, this is actually the PvP set. As you can see, you'll get the PvP damage taken reduction. You'll get reduces PvP damage taken by 10%. You'll get that effect, but you're going to lose the PvP damage by 10%, but you'll get 10% attack speed. So that's an alternative way to build your PvP set. Okay. So these are 2 options. This is option 1. This is option 2. Okay. Option. All right. And that's it. That's it for PvP. And then for the PvE, you want to get 4-piece crit damage, 2-piece attack speed, and 1 breakthrough. offhand always being the breakthrough for both PvE and PvP. So as far as breakthrough pieces, it's just always the offhand. If you get a breakthrough piece first, get the offhand. Okay, so for PvE, you're gonna go 4-piece crit damage, 2-piece attack speed, and then 1 breakthrough. Okay, that's the progression step. Now, again, this was for Slayer. Now, this can be applied to a lot of different classes. Okay, but some classes will be built differently than this. Some classes will be built a little bit different to this. Okay, so let me just try to make that clear. Do the PvP honor gear roll random stats, or do they always have the set stats? They always have the set stats. I mean, you still get the random effect here. You'll get a random effect here, but like the set bonuses are the same. Okay, so that's to kind of give you guys a little bit of a little bit of an idea as far as like, okay, well, hey, I'm playing Elementalist, I'm playing Mystic, all that stuff. Now, what he told me, if I remember correctly, like I could be doing him injustice here because I don't. This was a few days ago. This was like last week or a few days ago. I can't remember. If I remember correctly, he said for the most part, a lot of this is the same for every class that's building into DPS specs. Not healing specs, but DPS specs, which is, I believe, what you kind of want to do early game to progress, right? Like, for example, if you spec full heals and you build for full heals, like, it's going to be difficult to solo stuff. Okay, so I think for the most part, this is a universal thing. Obviously, right here, mana recovery, you don't want as a Slayer. So I literally wrote in parentheses, not Slayer. I believe there's other classes also that aren't going to need the mana recovery and some that do. So just kind of keep that in mind as you go with this. But as far as the PvP progression piece, you know, that's what you want to do. This is also what you want to do, like with the PvE, 4-piece crit damage, 2-piece attack speed. This is literally just the max DPS, according to what I was told, the best way to gear your character early game for like a DPS role. I don't know if that like continues through the end game or how that would work, but this is pretty much just what I was told. Okay, so PvE, you're gonna want 4 PvE pieces, 1 breakthrough piece, and you're gonna want 6 PvE pieces, which is 2 attack speed pieces and 4 crit damage pieces, and then 1 breakthrough. Whereas in PvP, you're gonna want 3 breakthrough pieces, unless you want to go. Yes, actually, both sets are gonna require 3 breakthrough pieces. Okay, so I hope that helped you guys. I hope that helped you guys out. Again, this isn't like something that is 100%. I know for a fact this is BIS, whatever. This is to just kind of give you guys a basic direction. I'm just forwarding information that I've learned from some good friends of mine, and hopefully this can kind of give you guys some direction, or at least allow you guys to ask the right questions. Because if you guys know this template and you guys didn't know it before, at the very least, if you talk to other players, other content creators, other streamers, other experienced players, at the very least, you guys are going to be on the same page, right? Like, you'll be like, hey, look, man, you know, is this really what you want? And he might be like, oh, you want to actually do this for that. But at the very least, you're going to know what questions to ask. All right. So I hope that helped, and like and subscribe.